All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So welcome to OnSet. I am Daniel. I'm here with Eric today. Seth on the Mighty Mix. You can't see her, but Nikki's down there in the dark room because today we are doing another. This is the fourth time that we've done this. Dark room day here where we build a dark room here at Adorama and we shoot live for you. So we're mixing it up a little bit today and we're going to shoot a reversal paper. So normally when I've done this, I've shot paper negatives, which is a really good way to get into kind of an analog large format place because photo paper is really inexpensive, relatively speaking, compared to film. It's also, especially on large sheets. And it's really easy because you can look, you can see it while you're operating because you can operate under a red light, right? That's all those movies that you see, you know, where they're in a dark room, it's a red light. You can do that, right? You don't have to be in the dark. It's not, you don't have to be as worried about it. The only issue is that it is a negative. So, you know, for a live stream, it can be tricky. So we switched over to this paper here, which I kept the box out so I could remember what it was because as Seth always reminds me, I forget everything. This is a direct positive paper from Ilford. So this is look at that, in the analog tether.
Sit flat against.
Oh, all right, there we go. It's good. It's good enough. They can read that. All right, that's basically what this is. What life looks like to me all the time. All right. Okay, so basically what this is going to do is it's just like photo paper. You can look at it under a red light. It's relatively inexpensive, though more expensive than regular photo paper. And we'll never see that again. Remember that time that Marissa dropped like her jacket back there and it melted?
We had the fire live, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that won't happen this time. It's summer. There's no heat on right now. We're not worried about it.
I also found her sneaker 6 months later. In the corner.
Anyway, so we're going to get positives, and we can see that over here on the analog tether. I don't know if they can see it online, but Eric from Pro Photo was here. I grabbed him, good-looking guy. It's important that all brand reps are good-looking so we can use them. And he sat in, we took a quick shot of him using these Pro Photo lights. He has been so kind to lend me, these are they're D.
Pro D3, 1250 watt second.
1200 watt second lights,
1250
watt seconds. I have two of them. And you might be saying, Daniel, that's a little overkill, right? ISO 2 is what we're shooting at. Not 2,000, not 2 million, 2. That is the deal when you're dealing with paper negatives. You have a very slow ISO. A lot of people will use this stuff for like pinhole cameras with like 20-minute exposures. But I figured you guys didn't want to wait 20 minutes. So we brought in the big guns. We got the Pro Photos here. They're in boost mode, which was really nice. That gave us that extra that we needed. We are shooting at 5.6, which is wide open for this camera because we're using a view camera. This is a Cambo. I've had this for many years. You can pick up cameras like this in the used department, very inexpensive. I'll move out of the way so you can see it. Effectively, it is, when people say a camera is just a box, that's basically what this is. There's a bellows system here, lens on the front, film goes in the back. Done, right? Really easy to use. And in fact, once we get rolling, we'll get some people jump up and shoot if they'd like. Just don't break my camera because it is mine. All right, so did that work? This is all relying on the fact this is going to work. We don't test anything around here. Oh yeah, yeah, a little dark. Okay. Okay, Maury's looking good. That's a little dark. Okay, so you can put them on the. So we'll work our way through this. We're going to. I am wondering if that's getting some light on it. When you develop them, make sure they're face down, because I do wonder if we're getting too much light on that. That almost gets too much light. Didn't I? Do you want to look at it? Bring it over to Seth and let him look at it. I think what might be happening here is if you leave photo paper in too much light, it will start to turn black, right? Because it'll get light on it. So I think our dark room is not perfect, and it might be the red light is too bright.
That's fogged.
Oh, yeah, it's fogged, right? So we're getting fogged.
So, Maury, I'm going to throw you on live. I don't care.
Yeah, Maury's up. So this is basically fogged, right? Light has touched the paper at some point during the exposure. So it could be that we've got a light leak, which we know this is not perfect. Could be that the red light in there is too bright. Which, if we're going to have to deal with this, the best way to do this is move the red light away. So I'm going to do that right now. On camera, I'm just going to move it.
Luckily, we're using a substrate that's ISO 2, so we got some leeway. A little bit of leeway, right? But the reality is that we made a darkroom out of Duvetyne, which is a heat-safe, basically light blocking material that you'll probably see. They make flags out of it, stuff like that. But we did this for a few dollars in the corner of a store with a bunch of trays. You can do this. You can totally do this. And the reason we're doing paper negatives, it cuts out the whole film, right? So we're going right into a print. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is it going to be one of a kind? Yeah. Please don't record me. I'm literally recording this with 4 multicam. You can watch this after the fact, buddy. But the floor could be leaking light. We don't know. We literally just finished it by the time you guys showed up. So that's part of the fun of this. We're going to find this out together. Come on. You got an analog tether. When have you ever seen an analog tether? Come on.
All right, Nikki.
Yep.
So what I'm doing here is I move the light so it's facing slightly away.
Here's the dark.
This is this is the developer. When you put the paper in,
Yeah.
just kind of do this, like put your hand over here, so it keeps this in the dark as much as possible. No, I don't think it'll be fine. That's your stop bath. Just ignore it. You don't need it. So
Okay.
go here, shake it well, fixer. Sorry.
1, 3,
yeah,
4.
1, 3, 4, and just put your hand over it while you're operating.
Okay.
Do
so
one at a
this is
time.
2 minutes, 1 minute, rinse.
2 minutes, 1 minute, rinse. Exactly.
Got it.
Perfect. Okay, you got this.
So with the ISO being 2, one of the ways
Got
to
it.
cheat this, if you do have some kind of light leaks,
Okay.
you can just make sure the paper is always face down.
Right.
That way there's nothing cascading over the photosensitive part. Could you risk fogging? Yeah, of course you could. Like, it's just going to happen. Light's light, man.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, you ready?
All
to
right,
do
so here we
this?
go. Sorry, we had to do a little adjustment in there. What I effectively did was I moved the developer away from the red light, because it could be that the space is so small that red light is actually too close. Just because it's a red light doesn't mean that the paper doesn't get exposed by it. Enough of the red light will still expose your paper. You do tests, which I did do, but the light was not quite as close, so that could be part of our issue. So lots of issues we're going to work our way through here, and we're just going to go for it, right? Let's take another shot. This time we're going to work with Erica. So, what's that? This is a 150. I think it's a Cambo lens, actually. No, it's a Rodenstock. No, Schneider? Let's see. It's a Schneider. It's a Schneider CMR 5.6 150. Okay. And it's in a Copal, I think it's a Copal 3 shutter. So when you buy a view camera or you're looking at view cameras, you've got 2 pieces. You have a lens, and then you have the shutter. And the shutter determines how fast of a shutter speed is the maximum shutter speed, and the lens obviously is your f-stop and quality of the image. Okay, so the first thing we want to do here, and I don't know if you can see as well, is I have to cock the lens. Then there's a switch on the lens that I can open the lens up with that will allow me to see through it. I think it's open now. Now it is. So the lens is open. If I were to load my film back right now, I would expose the film because the lens is open, right? So, but I need it to be open so I can look through it. So now I'm going to look through the, by the way, this is good TV right here. The man looks through back of camera for 20 minutes. So I'm going to look through the camera and I'm going to focus on Erica. She's going to give me her best view camera look. Good. Very nice. Okay. I'm using the multi-point eye autofocus.
Shoots a whole 1 frame every 20 minutes.
Yeah, so the way I generally do this, stay still, is when I'm focusing with a manual focus camera like this, I'll usually get it like you got your knob, right? And you're gonna kind of move it back and forth in focus, out of focus, kind of littler and littler increments until it's as sharp as you think you can get it. And then you're good. So did I close the shutter? If you're not sure, look, but I did, right? Okay, so normally you wouldn't be talking when you do this, hopefully not. All right, so now I'll open this up. I usually put it here. You can put it anywhere you want. Don't put it in your back pocket, you'll forget it's there. And now we're gonna look at our subject. We're gonna take our shot. She's gonna remain still. She can move actually now if she wants, but I make them remain still till the end. So when we're looking at these film backs, one thing we have to, this one is a little bit different. They're either black and silver or black and white like the other ones. When you're loading, you want to be consistent. I always do silver or white means it's loaded with unexposed film. Black means that it's exposed, okay? So now we know that if I put this down and start talking for 5 minutes, which I'm liable to do, I can look at this and go, oh yeah, that's the one I shot, right? Not that one. So, but we're gonna shoot a second one now. Again, I'm at 5.6. I'm not changing that because I think my exposure is correct. I think we just got fog. So I'm gonna cock the lens. I'm gonna open it back up so I can see. Put this film back here for a second. We'll look at Erica again. Okay, here we go. Focusing. good. So this, right, I have a, sometimes you hear the term upside down and backwards. So when you're looking through a view camera, effectively, you see things upside down and backwards, unless you have what I have here, which is a reflex finder that fixes that. So when I'm looking through the back, it looks normal. It's right side up. It is still reversed, but you don't notice it as much. That is to say, if you looked at the picture of Eric, which I think is still up there from Profoto, you'll see that the Profoto on his shirt is backwards. Did I just put the thing in there without? Yep, I did, right? So I just ruined that piece of film. When you do that, you just tell the client, I think we're gonna have to shoot a little extra on you. So one of those is gonna be black. Okay. Nikki's gonna process those and we're gonna move forward. Any questions so far? I feel like I'm going really fast because I had 2 cups of coffee. Yes. Didn't I do that already? Oh, a light meter would have helped a lot. Yes, I did that before everybody got here, but that's a good point. I should do it. Did you say that because it was in my pocket? Okay, so when you're dealing with this kind of thing, oh wow, that's a really big.
No, I think that's the red one. On the front of the cart? If she moves, you see the front of the cart? Listen, Steve, were you here building this with us? I'm here with a broken ankle and a half Daniel here.
Okay, what's that? All right, we're gonna check. Light leak, we'll deal with it. Okay, so I've got my light meter here. Now, when you're dealing with this film, they give you approximations on ISO. I said ISO 2, that's where we started. We're gonna read the light and expose for that. Then we're gonna make adjustments to our exposure based on our own feeling of that we got. It turns out when I was doing it a little earlier, I felt like I needed more exposure. So we may find that we're gonna read something greater than 5.6. We'll find out right now. I'm testing the light, there we go. Oops, sorry. Okay, here we go. Firing the light. Oops, sorry. Poked her in the face with it. All right, so I'm hit her in the face with the light meter. This lipstick on it now. Sorry about that, Erica. Yeah. So I'm at 7.1, which is like a little bit more than 5.6. But based on my tests, I know that I need to expose there because, you know, that's life. So we're going to go with that. Let me clean that off. You don't want to go home with some, you know, lipstick on your light meter, that's for sure. All right. You know, all right. There we go. This is how we get canceled right here. All right. All right.
Light meter's got game. I don't know.
All right.
Big light meters.
So yeah, so that's how you do the light meter. Basically, you're using a flash. There's the mode in the light meter that allows you to set it so that you can hold it there, you pop the flash, you get your reading, you take your first shot. Then you evaluate it and you change your exposure based on that. The first shot we did was this one, which we thought was a little bit too dark, and that's why we opened up to 5.6. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna wait for this next batch to come out just to see if we're still having that fogging problem.
This is a before and after when working in the photo industry.
Right. That's what Eric's gonna look like. All right. Haven't got past the Sanka yet, and we're already falling apart here. All right. All right, so is this a pause here? You know, we're always out here shooting digital, 1,000 shots, and we're just cranking away. But the film days, you know, you ever hear, oh, I like to shoot film because it makes you slow down. Well, this is that experience. Do you like it? I don't know.
Well, the thing is
we're
once
letting
we
her
get
slow down.
rolling,
Yeah.
while something's processing, you're shooting. So once you're in the flow, there is no dead spot because you're shooting while something's processing and it comes out and you go forward, you know?
Yeah. Typically, the way I would do this if I was on my own is I would shoot a couple shots, get the exposure nailed, and then I would just shoot all the rest of the frames and then develop them all at once, which is kind of what we're going to do as we get rolling. But I just want to make sure our exposure is decent before we...
Can we give a hand for Nikki who's doing this? Like,
This is only Nikki's only her second time doing this. First time I roped her into doing it was last time we did this. I said, you'll do it, no problem. And she's doing a good job.
Yeah. So that camera in that darkroom is up to 51,200 ISO, cranked at 1.8 on the lens. And that's it looks like it's bright, but it's really not. Nikki just lights up the space. Look at
There you go.
Go get it, Nikki. Look at that. Look at that tongue action. She knows what's going on. All right. I said tongue. Don't start.
All right. So let's talk about the film backs now that I have an empty one. So when you have 4x5, and this is true of 5x7, 8x10, typically you're going to have two sides to your back, so 2 shots per back, and you've got little locks at the top here. So I have them unlocked. Basically, we can lift this out. That's a dark slide you're seeing as we take the picture. This is where your paper would be, or your negative. Little door flips down here. That's how you load it. So when you're in a dark room, you're sliding your paper in, you're closing this, and then of course now it's loaded silver side out, right? That's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna fix that, otherwise I'll be confused later. Now the way I would normally do is if I was at my studio working, once I empty the backs, I would actually pull these out slightly and lift this up and then go like this, so I know it's empty. But I'm not gonna do that here because that's how you break your backs, right? So that's why I'm closing them like this. I'm just putting them in a separate pile.
Cool.
Better? Worse? Oh, there we go.
Better.
Oh, look at that.
Did we do it?
Oh yeah.
Work.
Which one?
Cool. Yeah. You
She
can
said
do
the
that.
one
When
you
did
didn't mess up is really nice.
I'm assuming this is the one.
Oh, Nikki, you're the best.
All right, here we go. All right. All right, this by the way, is an analog tether that Seth created, TM. We'll sell them at Adorama. There'll be will this be flashpoint or glow? This right here, the tether. All right, this one's out of focus.
Not bad.
All right, that's really good. All right, so now you can see what we're getting here. We're getting a single image that is a unique image, right? This is a positive image. You could give it to somebody once it dries. It is fiber paper, so you don't want to let it soak for half an hour or so. Let it dry out, put some weight on it. It'll flatten out into a nice finished image. Okay, any questions about this so far? So it was a light meter, that's what did it, right? Yes.
How is this different than when I was in college?
Oh, yes. How is this different than a Polaroid? Well, you can't get Polaroid anymore. No, so Polaroid is... We're using conventional darkroom processes here. Polaroid is like a unique process to Polaroid. So what's nice about this is we could use any developer stop bath fixer that we get. Like I could use Ilford, I can use photographer's Formulary, I can use Kodak, I can make my own. You can develop with coffee, right? Yeah. So there's lots of different things you can experiment with, where Polaroid is a self-contained item. You don't need a darkroom for Polaroid, which is a great advantage. Another advantage here is that I can also load actual film into this and take incredibly sharp, perfect, fine-grained images with 100 speed film, right? Where you're shooting paper because it's kind of fun. So if I was just trying to get instant pictures and Polaroid was still available, that's what I'd be using because it'd be so much easier, right? This is definitely a very distinct process that you're trying to learn traditional darkroom techniques with a less expensive and kind of more forgiving technique. Make sense? Yes. Right, they brought back the 8x10, yeah. How much is that per sheet? Huh? Yeah, okay, that's a special processor, yeah. That is true. They did, the company that bought Polaroid, right, started to reproduce some of the products, including the 8x10, that it requires always required a processor, which is quite expensive, but that's a great thing if you can have it and you can afford it, sure. But you can't put a Polaroid into a pinhole camera that you make from a box of Quaker Oats. You know, and so this is kind of the difference. This is kind of the DIY, inexpensive. I can just try it for a few bucks, versus a major setup. Yeah, that's
also,
where
I'm sorry. It's also just a different quality image, right? Like
Yeah.
there's different looks and feels to every film, every paper, and Polaroid's that, and
Yeah.
this is the way this looks. You can also, if you want to get really crazy with it, sandwich it to another piece of paper, flashlight through it, get a negative, then sandwich it again, get another positive, it becomes lo-fi, less detail, it keeps on breaking down. You could do so much stuff with it, you know?
Yeah, and we could shoot paper negative, and if we want to do that, which is probably the simplest way to go. If you just have photo paper anyways, to shoot the paper negatives, which we did last time. So yeah, it's different. It's definitely not better or worse. It's just different. I mean, I love me some Polaroid. The amount of Polaroid that I just used for test shots and threw away back in the day when it was so oh my God. Yeah.
We used to both assist for people that would rip up the Polaroids after a test shot so they wouldn't steal some of their techniques. And if you think about how much those would have been now, it's insane.
All right, let's take another shot.
Yeah, do another one.
Okay, so we're going to take another shot with Erica. Again, we've got the camera all set up here. I'm at 5.6. I actually think this exposure is pretty good. Make sure I'm at 5.6. I'm going to cock the shutter. You can get cameras with self-cocking shutters. I used to do a lot of product photography back in the day. You'd almost always shoot 4x5 because that gave you that really good detail. And we would use self-cocking shutters, but those shutters are, are those Copal Zero? No, they're the bigger Copal. They're the ones that are 60th of a second or something like that maximum, right? So I'd rather go to 250 and be able to cock my shutter myself. Okay, so I'm open, shutter is cocked. I can look through the back. Okay. All right, Erica's looking good. Give me that 4x5 look. Patented. There we go, beautiful. Here we go, focusing. Okay, she's nice and sharp, staying still. Of course, I'll leave my film way over here because it's easy for somebody to stay still for so long.
I totally thought you were about to go drink your coffee.
No. With a Polaroid, I could have done that. I'm going to do it now. Thank you. Okay. Shutter's closed. Pulling up the dark slide. Turning it around. You can do that too if you like. Looking at Erica. Boom. Okay. It's one. We're going to take a look at, we're going to look through the camera again. Now, what's nice about this is, in some ways, that because I'm shooting wide open, I can see as bright as I'll ever be able to see focusing. If you were shooting at, let's say, f22 or something like that, hold still, you would have to, in addition to this step, you would have to then close the shutter back down to 22 because you want to focus wide open, right? So that's one of the things that, you know, modern cameras do for us, right? They leave the lens open all the way until you take the shot rather. Okay, I knew that. Okay. So in a lot of ways, thank you, Erica. In a lot of ways, you're working all the stuff that your camera can and should really, why not take advantage of technology, do for you, right? Focusing, cocking the shutter, the setting the aperture, right? You can look through it, it's wide open at a 2.8 when you're shooting with that. But then when you take the shot at f8, it drops back down. You've got to do all that manually here. And it starts to make you respect kind of all that goes into and how awesome modern cameras are that they do that for you. You know, so this is really fun, but boy, you got to remember a lot, right? There's a lot going on. Questions? Yes.
What is your shutter speed and what are the capabilities of the camera?
Okay, so right now my shutter speed, I'm pretty sure I'm at 125. Yeah, I'm at 125. This camera can go to, I'm sorry, 500. I thought it was 250 on this lens. So I can go to a 500th of a second. Because I'm using flash and because I'm at ISO 2 in here, I could have my shutter speed set, you know, at a half a second. It wouldn't matter. In here, it wouldn't even pick up probably. Although I say that, I probably should do a light meter. So I usually set it somewhere around 125 just when I'm using flash because that usually gets rid of the light in the room, even with film. You know, in most cases, that's why I have it there, but I could be anywhere I want to be. That's a good question though. You could even, you know, do old fashioned, oh God, what do they call it? When you just put your hand in front of the lens. Yeah, well, it would be too long of an exposure, but well, yeah, I could do it. For you, anything.
I mean, you're in so much control.
Yeah.
You can do multiple exposures just by not changing the back. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
you could do all sorts of stuff. Plus, it's got
A little
bellows on it.
piece
So you're talking about tilt, shift, swings. You can change you can actually warp the depth of field if you want. You know, there's a lot you can do with, and stuff like this, when you slow down this much, you'd be surprised how much it changes the way you do the next shot on like a modern camera. You just think differently.
Okay, so if I move it out of flash mode, I mean, this is going to be a ridiculously long exposure. So it's not going to be worthwhile. But I'll show you how to do it because I'm not going to move it too long, I'm sure. But I mean, ISO 3, if I go to, let's say 1 second is as low as this meter goes. I'm still at 0, like I'm not even on the thing. So you're talking about a 30 or 40 second exposure here. I'll show you how to do it. This meter can't handle that, unfortunately. What you would do is, instead of using the cocking the shutter stuff, you'd leave it open like I have it now, right? You would cover the lens, right? Remove the dark slide, take this away, then you count 1, 2, 3, and you get your code, then you put the dark slide back in. That's the same way, that's the way you can make an exposure. That's basically how a pinhole camera works. And years ago, I worked for this guy that shot like installations of cable networks, like not like inside all the technical stuff with all the computers. And that's how he shot. He had a shutterless camera and he would just go in there and count it. And I was always blown away because he would go in to like adjust the TVs like by eye and then like do the shots. And I was like, how do you know this exposure? But he had been doing it for so long, because when you're forced to do it, you just become more aware of light. You know, for a long time I worked, when I very first started, I worked as a photo assistant in Miami. And we would be out in the sun all the time. And I got so used to feeling, like literally feeling changes in light, because a little wispy cloud would come over and you'd be like, hold on, light changed. It'd be like 2/10 off. But shooting slide film, that can make a difference, right? So these kind of tools will just help you like hone your ability, even when you're using the camera that can do everything with the 1,000 autofocus points with eye control and all of that stuff. Where are we at? Oh, she's rinsing. Look at that, good timing. I planned my talk just long enough for the development. Yeah, you're good. Okay, and then yes.
Is it the same chemicals as we use for film?
No. So that's a good question. Okay, so is it the same chemicals that you use for film? Yes and no is actually the right answer. Some developers and stop bath and fixtures work for film and paper. Some are only for paper. So this one is a paper developer. I believe the fixer is, let me look at it.
That's the other thing. You have a lot of choices in chemical, and that does affect the actual image itself.
This one can be used for films or paper. This is the fixer. The developer I have is only for paper. That's usually where you're going to see the difference. Usually fixtures are flat.
You got a little gray going on.
You can actually, okay.
You're gonna put just fix it in post, you know.
Okay.
You got to put it all the way to the clip there.
Ah, okay. All right. That's the analog tether. See, modern tether is so much easier.
We
Yeah, I think
haven't
this
lost
is nice.
connection yet, though, right?
No, that's true.
Hold on, don't stack them like that.
I'm not going to stack them.
Put them side by side.
I'll put them side by side.
Give me idea.
I'm having those ideas, not Seth telling me. You can throw them in here. Yeah, can you put those on the paper towel? Thank you. Some touch. All right. I'm done with this. Who wants to shoot? Come on, Devin. Do you want to model or shoot?
I'll shoot.
I mean, looking at you, I thought you were going to say model. All right, we need a model for Devin. Oh, go for it. All right. All right. Okay, so have a seat. What is your name, young lady?
For those of you guys
Lisa.
in the chat asking
This is
about getting
Lisa.
a 4x5, check
She's
the use
with
department.
Ford.
Oh, sorry, my love.
Pleasure to meet you.
All right. All right. So, all right. So we're gonna first thing we're gonna do, Devin, is we're gonna look through the camera. I'm gonna open the front so we can see. So you can see here when the lens is open.
Yep.
It's open now.
Yep.
So when you look through the back, go ahead and look through and see whether or not you've got her framed up appropriately.
Focus is a little soft.
Okay. But do you have your whole subject in the shot?
Yes.
Okay. So to control focus, this right here is the fine focus knob.
Yep.
Otherwise, if she was really out of focus, you would just literally grab the bars and pull them apart. But don't do that. I already did that part. Generally, with a view camera, you remember, you know how you have millimeters and inches to your lens, right? Well, this length of the bellows is, I think, I want to say, when it's at its closest focus, no, when it's at infinity, I believe it's the distance. So this is a 150 millimeter lens. Somebody can Wikipedia me on this, but basically this distance here is 150 millimeters when I'm at infinity, right? Of course, yeah, okay, good. I'm not at infinity clearly, so it's wider than that. So when you first put your lens on, let's say I put a 300 on here, I'm gonna wanna stretch these out a bit more before I start shooting, otherwise she's gonna be super out of focus. Then on the side here where I just showed Devin, there's a fine focus knob where you can really tweak it in. But like if you're really out of focus, the fine focus won't do it for you. You can do it from the front as well.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in
We're
focus?
We're in focus. We're good.
Okay, so she's in focus now. So ask your subject to stay still.
Yep. So just go ahead and stay still for me, please.
You can see you did that. All right, I'm going to cock the shutter for you.
Yep.
Since you can't see, the exposure should be the same.
Yep.
Your clearableness is there, but we're going to put some film in. So when you're putting the film in, you want to pull this back slightly,
Yep.
put the film back in, then just push it straight down.
Okay.
Yep, you should feel that. Yep, pop, perfect. Okay, then what we're going to do is the lens is closed, right? Is that closed?
Yeah,
Yep.
lens closed.
Well, you can't tell because you're looking at the back of the film.
No.
The lens is closed. Having done that many times in my life.
I heard you clocking.
Okay, that's why. That's why. Sure, it wasn't because you looked through. Okay, lift this up.
The front one, yeah.
Yep. Yep. And then go ahead. Yep, right there. And then you grab the cable release, look at your subject, make sure they're ready and as fine as they can possibly express.
And 1, 2. Oh,
What? Nothing happened.
nothing.
Didn't I cock the shutter?
Is the cable release key?
I think we didn't open it.
Yeah. Is the lens not? Is the lens open? Is that what happened?
Set me up for failure. Done.
Yeah. See, he told me that it was, but it wasn't. Was he was wrong? See?
No.
Okay. That's a dud.
Yep.
So go ahead and put that back. Put the dark side back in with the black side out.
So
Okay.
what happened? You didn't open it?
Well, basically,
Oh, it just
it was
said no.
open that whole time, which means, and it wasn't long enough to get a proper exposure anyways, but we're not going to sit here for 20 minutes. So I'm going to cock it, right? I'm going to open it back up. You got the dark slide in there, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull the film back out. So it's the opposite of what you did. You got the whole back, yeah. And you got to refocus it because I'm sure things got moved around. Can you see through it?
Yes.
Okay.
Is my hair okay?
Yes, your hair is fine. We're good now.
It's fabulous. All right. All right. The lens is cocked. I'm going to close the shutter now. Okay. Did you hear me close it?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to trust me now. All right. Here you go.
I can kind of
What?
see that it's closed now.
You can see it. Yeah.
Mhm, I see.
Don't trust Dan too much. That's
Never
how
trust
I-
me on anything. I have to remember something.
So we
White side forward.
White side forward. Cool.
Yep. Yep.
Right. So now
Pull on out.
pull that. There.
Yeah. Okay. Next month, Seven's going to teach this class. I can feel it. Oh, nice.
So a lot of heat.
Wow. Was that bright?
Nice.
All right. Put this back in. Black side.
Yep.
Okay.
So black side facing out. Yeah.
That's correct. So then we'll know that it's been done. Did we turn off those modeling lights? We did. That's why it was hard to focus. But you did a good job. Young eyes. All right, there we go. That's much better. Okay. All right, pass it off to our darkroom tech.
Yeah.
All right, well done.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you want to be the photographer, Lisa?
For being an awesome
Thank you.
model.
You're going to be my model?
Not me, but Devin could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or somebody else. Okay. Okay. So again, oh, look at you. Why would you take that?
No, that's not what I'm.
That one's already been shot. I'll get you
Oh,
one. They're in my
okay.
bag. You're okay, though. Smart, though. All right. So we're looking at the camera. We're going to make sure that it's open, right? It's open now, right?
Yep.
Okay. So look through the back and see if you see a lovely gentleman.
Ooh, I do.
All right, perfect. So if you to make it more focusy, right here.
Focus. Such a technical
That's a
term,
technical term.
Daniel.
Okay, don't move so much.
Mhm.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay. Hold that for 1 second. I'm going to close this so we don't forget because Daniel starts talking and he forgets things. Okay. And now we're going to, so pull this back a little bit, put the film on top, and then just push straight down on the film back. Yep. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, it feels
So
locked in.
scared
I know it
to,
is. Yeah.
to break it.
Yeah, don't break my thing. Okay. So then pull this one back up. All right. Grab a cable release.
You ready?
Mhm.
Look gorgeous.
Oh,
We'll see if we get.
yeah. All right. Perfect. Now we put this in with,
Oh,
with
yeah.
the black side out, which means it's exposed. Okay. Then take the whole film back out. So opposite process. Yep. Pull that back and then just lift it straight out.
Oh, I'm so scared to break it.
Yeah. Well, you should be.
I had someone else.
You're forgetting it survived Daniel for how many years? I don't think you understand how.
Yes. It's pretty hardy. All right. I'm going to open it back up. So it's usually a good idea to take 2 shots. We didn't do that with you because somebody screwed up.
Yep.
Did we open
Okay. So you see what's happening here?
Yeah.
That's because the cable release is what Seth was saying, is probably locked. Yeah, see it's locked.
Yeah.
That sometimes cable releases like this one can be locked in a for like long exposures, but we're not doing a long exposure, so there we go.
They also just get stuck over time.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
It is quite old. That's why you buy a lot of cable releases. There we go. All right, so that's fixed. I'm going to open up so you can focus.
Closed. If it's not
Okay.
open, then it's not gonna go, right? If
No,
you
no.
forget to open it, it's not gonna go.
That's not correct. So the question is, if I forget to open it or forget to close it, will it not go off? No, the reason why it didn't go off is because the cable release was jammed down.
Forgot to open it last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Okay, let's try it.
I think you are correct. Okay, so it's open now. We're going to close it. Okay.
This side?
Yeah.
Okay, it's closed, so I can.
Yep, it's closed. Everything's ready. So just pull the dark slide up. Make sure he's expressing as best as you can.
You express it as best as you can.
Yeah, there we go. Take a picture. All right, put the dark slide back in. Conk. Okay, open. All right.
Oh, oh.
What happened? Oh no, she broke it. You said you were going to break it, and you did. Okay. All right. So, like I said before,
Can I have that piece?
this is Seth wants us. You're welcome. You can, so this is basically it's a reflex pack, they call it. It's not a prism because a prism would completely correct. So a prism will correct the back and forth and the upside down. This only corrects the upside down. It's just on the back. So what you could use the camera very well like this. There's ground glass here. You've probably seen people put like, you know, the thing over their head. That's what you'd have to do. But I don't have a dark cloth, so we'll use this. Let's put it back on.
Yeah, the rest of us have to use black T-shirts and the head hole backwards. And then I saw Dan got that, and I hate him forever.
Yeah, everything on this camera is basically modular. So all you do is take it off. It's fine. You didn't break it. Dropped it on the ground, you might have broke it. But what did I do with that back? I lost it. Somewhere is that film back. I think it's
Over here?
it's this one.
Okay.
I think.
This one is not as you.
Nobody's really sure what's going on these days. This is why they stopped using these cameras, because nobody knows how to do it. No, so we're going to wait till Nikki catches up a little bit. Any questions? Yes. The viewfinder? Okay, so that's a good question. Is the viewfinder for this camera? Not really. Most pieces on these cameras are interchangeable. You've got, in a view camera, you've got your lens, as I mentioned, your shutter. You have a lens board. That's the piece at the, I'll show you.
One out of two ain't bad, kid. You're right. You're right. In
Okay.
fact, that's an Instagram filter on the right. People don't even know.
And that one right there is the next one, Nikki. Thank you so much. Okay, so we obviously have a cable release on here.
Hold on, Dan. Let's clap for Devin really
Oh,
quick.
Devin, well played. Oh, I didn't,
Sorry, Dan has a bit of an
yeah.
ego.
oh, I didn't see it. Which one is the good one?
And here I thought Dan was actually cheering for him.
No, it's nice. I like it. Well played. We need a squeegee. Does anybody have a squeegee? My kingdom for a squeegee.
We need one of those window guys on this block.
Right.
Use the finger.
Oh, no. All right. Then I'll have chemical over my hands. All right, so you've got your lens, which consists of your lens, obviously the shutter, and this part here is called a lens board. Oh, the lens board is generally specific to the model of the camera. Okay, so this piece here, this piece of metal, that's pretty specific. Almost everything else is something that can fit on most other cameras, but there's only a handful of, so like if you got this, let's say that you had my camera somehow, but you had a different camera that used a different lens board, you would just unscrew this lens and just put it on your board and you can put it on your camera. Yeah. But yeah, the reflex finder is not specific to this camera as far as I know. I mean, it's for this camera, but it's not unique to this camera. Or it's not that it can only be used on this camera. Okay. All right. Somebody else want to shoot some? I think I have more film. Yeah, come on.
So someone's asking what's actually triggering the flash.
Okay, so what's triggering the flash?
And there's no dumb questions. Anybody in this chat, whatever you ask, Dan will be happy to fill time. Trust me.
Yeah, they pay by the hour. So in a mix of modern and somewhat modern and ancient, this is a ProPhoto air remote. This is the non-TTL one. They're like gold. Do you guys still make these? Yeah, this is, so if you have a lights and you don't have, let's say, ProPhoto lights, but you want to use the ProPhoto controllers, or you have some ProPhoto lights and some other, you can get a couple of these and you can plug them into whatever, or just one in this case, because the lights themselves have a receiver inside. So this is a trigger. So I'm going to fire them now. It's going to be very bright. Good. Love that sound. That's the problem with cameras with, 100 and 200 and 300 ISO. You don't need to have powerful lights like this.
That said, though, you know how he said that it's a slow ISO and we can keep that shutter open? If you can't remotely trigger it, you can open out the shutter and just hit pop of strobe.
That's also true.
And it'll still work. There's just a lot of workarounds when it's this manual.
We could do it, yeah. You could definitely do that. Maybe we'll do that for the next one. Yes.
Do you find that there's visual difference between using strobes and constant lights?
Do I find there's different features in strobes and constant lights for this?
Yes.
Oh, sure. So yes, 100%. Remember that the reason that we generally shoot with flash is power, right? Like the amount of power that we are putting out right now is ridiculous. It really is. Like for a constant light source, you'd be talking about a really, really long exposure, like 2 minutes or something like that. Which, if you're making a portrait, is a lot, unless you're going to really blast somebody with a really. Because remember, you have a 10,000 watt constant light on somebody's face, they're not very happy about that. So yeah, you can, as somebody who loves constant lights, I don't usually shoot like paper negatives with my constant lights. That's what flash is for, in my opinion. But you definitely can do it. The sun would be a great way to do it. Like if you don't have flash, the sun, right? Sunny 16, right? So if you have an f2 lens.
I mean, you'll find a lot of people, especially in New York, just find a white wall that's in shade with just the edge of light right there, put people in front of it all day and just shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can probably get like 15th of a second, half a second even, maybe outside in the sun with something like this. So you can definitely do it. Oh. All right. Somebody else want to shoot? Did I already ask and then I denied somebody? Oh, you were coming up. All right. We need a model.
Hold on. Yeah, let's take a look at this.
Sure, you had a question. Oh, all right. Oh, look at this guy. Uh-huh.
That's a face.
That's a face.
That's a face.
Look, this is 2 successful images.
Faces of all time.
Sorry, I tried to shake.
Well, we don't have a
Come on,
squeegee.
Nikki, I'm gonna need a.
You have to shake it like a Polaroid picture. No, you're actually caught up.
We've been yapping.
Step right up, my friend. You've probably done this 100 times.
No, I'm trying to keep like a free space.
All
As
right.
soon as you popped in, it was like when you get your
All right, so let's get you set up. You have a beautiful model here in front of you. I'm gonna cock the lens. Can you see through it? You can, right?
Yep.
Okay, so right here is the focus. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so she's in focus, so remain still. You just moved your hand. You just moved. Now ask her, say, did you move? And now be honest.
I did.
Yeah. Okay, don't move. You should be afraid. Okay, yeah, so then pull this back very gently. Boom, and then just straight down. There you go. That felt unsatisfying. There you go. You had it, it just felt unsatisfying. So then we're going to pull this. Oh, did I close it? Yeah, it's closed now. Okay, so go ahead and lift out. There you go. And then we're going to grab the cable release, engage with our subject. Engage.
That was pure DMV level engagement with your subject. Wow. Listen, kid.
Did you just yell, "Are you ready?" from behind the screen? Yeah. Well. Hey, you know what?
You're
Whatever
that
works for
fifth
you. Okay,
photographer
so yeah,
at the
just lift-
school that
just-
every kid
just a
doesn't
little
want to
bit
go
back.
see.
There you go. You don't have to pull it so far. There you go. Perfect. All right, hold on to that. Well, I'll hold it. All right, go ahead. You can take two. Two for the price of two. You can take two if you like, unless you think you got it in one shot. Did you get it in one shot?
I don't know.
All right, well. Do you see her?
Yep.
Is she still there? She hasn't left yet. That's usually a good sign.
I haven't. I'm not moving.
If they haven't left, that's usually good.
Okay.
Okay, closing that down. Okay, white side to the front.
White side.
Human beings.
First. There you go. Lift up, just the front one. Perfect. Grab that cable release. All right. All right, engage. Engagement on point. They're going to be the best two pictures of the whole night. Yeah. All right. Wonderful. Good. Well played. Well played, good sir. Well, okay. How'd that feel for you? Did you feel like you was engaged?
Your reply to that was, "I work for the city."
Nice. Well done. All right. Uh-oh. Which one's mine?
This one was right here.
Oh, this is mine then.
Oh, I will say Nick's work is pretty great. If you ever come
Yeah.
to critique, we have been thoroughly enjoying checking out Nick's work.
Yeah, he's
as
really good.
grumpy and unengagementful.
Maybe that's the secret. Okay. Questions, thoughts, concerns?
So
Nothing.
someone in the chat's asking, would this work with color paper as well, or is that even slower? You'd probably have to run filters.
Yeah, color paper would be really interesting. I don't know, to be honest with you. That's a really, in 6 months, we'll try that. Seth loves color chemicals. No, so here's the thing. I don't know, but there are a few concerns here. Color paper is incredibly sensitive to light. Like you can't obviously develop it under red light, right? You got to do it in the dark. So it's a little bit more complicated to develop color paper. So while you could do it, if you're looking for simple, I wouldn't go that way at first. But that's a really interesting question. Now it's got me wondering. I've never seen anybody do that before.
Because you have to process color paper in complete black, like you can't even have safe lights.
Yeah.
Plus, you
And
would
those
probably have
rollers.
to do some sort of lens filtration system to make the CMYK filtration happen.
Yeah.
Because it's not a straight up direct. When you're processing color negatives in a darkroom, your enlarger has 4 sets of cyan, magenta, yellow
Right.
filters you dial in. So that's
Yeah, that's a fascinating question.
Well, I guess Dan, we
Yes.
got something to do this weekend. We got some-
There was someone developed a holder that had, I believe it had the chemistry in it, so that,
I'll go with the chemistry in it.
something like that, so that it was able to do an instant color.
Oh, color. Okay, well, there you go. That must be an expensive Holga.
No, it was like,
Yeah, no, DIY thing. Yeah. That's really interesting because, and it was color paper? Because that's really interesting. So somebody online Google that. So that's fascinating. I mean, color film would be even more complicated because color film is very, very temperature sensitive. So yeah, I've never tried it. That's a good question. We'll try it.
Everything with color and film gets exponentially more involved.
Yeah. And one of the reasons why we do this here in black and white is because we can show the process, right? So yeah, I don't know that we'd ever do it here, but I'm sure going to look it up. Any other questions? Yes.
But why are they not negative? Is it because they're just on
Magic.
or
I would show you the box, but you missed the earlier part where I threw the boxes across the room. So basically, why aren't they negatives?
yeah, is he also reversed this image?
Yeah, it is. Okay, so, right. I'm using Ilford, no? Ilford reversal, black and white reversal paper. It's literally paper made for reversal. So that's why. It's not just regular photo paper. It's special photo paper made for this process. That's why. It's pre-cut for 4x5. I literally had it earlier, and I apologize, but I threw it onto the table, and it went through the window. So yeah, I don't remember the name, but yes.
You'd be surprised how many options you have. There for a long time ago, we used to use ortholitho film.
Right, right.
And that was basically like making X-rays. But if you're shooting positive, it's basically like 1-to-1. So you have so many options that you probably aren't aware of, and a lot of it's hard to find because it's not as prevalent, right?
Yeah. But what's interesting though is if you've noticed, I don't know if anybody else had any print on them, but in the pro photo image, it's reversed, right? Because it's still reversed coming through the lens. Your lens is always going to see upside down and backwards. It's just the prism, or in this case, a reflex that's fixing it, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But so that's why it's special film, or paper as it would be. It's not film, as I've been told now many times. Other questions? Yes, sir.
Comment about color reversal requiring the film in dark. Is this film, like my film, panchromatic or orthochromatic?
Oh, it's panchromatic. But the thing is, it's not as sensitive to the red channel. Red will eventually will expose it, yes. But color film is like any light hits it. It's paper. It's really sensitive. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna make this even more dramatically effective. Watch.
Oh, that means nothing happened, or it's great.
So this is a leather face, right? Leather face, Maury in the back. Okay. Now we clear the deck.
Oh.
Wow.
Man, you're too good. Don't come to these demos anymore. Well played. Well played. No, I couldn't. Well played, sir. So yeah, so as you get kind of a groove into it, that's really good too. Good exposure, good expression, you got it. So it's just kind of fun. We went this way because having the instant positive can be just really nice. I actually came across this because somebody was talking about alternatives to shooting like things like tintypes, right? Where they're very caustic and kind of hard to use, but this gives you that same, I mean, it's not a tintype obviously, but it gives you that same kind of instant positive without having to deal with, now I have a negative, I have to do something with it, right? So if you're looking to kind of get that, I recommend this. Otherwise, photo paper that would give you a negative would be way less expensive. That is the truth. Other questions?
To develop the sheet paper,
Uh-huh.
there's
To develop the sheet paper, yeah.
one,
Chemical?
the tank,
Oh, yeah.
right, to develop it. I wonder if you could, with a dark bag, in the field, instead of having to build.
Oh, that's a good question. So we had thought about that. So the question is, if you were developing this, could you maybe try use like a changing bag or something in the field to do this? They do have pop-up changing bags that are like tents, and we had thought about getting smaller trays and doing that, but then we couldn't have got a camera inside of it. But yeah, if you're out and you're just doing it in your house, or if you're doing it in your house, just do it at night in the bathroom. You're usually pretty good. Again, this paper is sensitive. You don't want to like turn the lights on when you have it out, but it's not that sensitive. A little bit of crack is not going to make a difference if you work quickly, so you can do this almost anywhere.
Well, the other thing is you don't have to process them right away. You shoot, take the backs home. You could leave him. He's left stuff forever. Trust me. I have photos he took of me. I haven't seen it since 2017. So you don't have to go right away. We're doing this for a demo, but there's plenty of times. I did a job once a million years ago. I left my stuff in my car for too long and it overexposed all the film when I was done. So, but I shot it and I could have done that. I could have done something proper, you know?
All right, I might take a photo of Erica.
Same old way.
Same old. We're gonna make one more shot of Erica since you brought her all the ways down here.
So someone's asking if you could use this paper for a pinhole. You absolutely can. It's just a pinhole aperture, which means a way longer exposure time. So time-lapsey type stuff, long time exposure. But get those oatmeal cans going. Go for it, kids. It's your life.
I'm actually gonna do something here. So as it turns out, I've got this loaded here. She says positive.
It does, yeah.
Now I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive that one piece of this is positive and the other is negative, because I loaded this like 6 months ago, but I don't know. So we're gonna do an experiment now and see if we get two positives or we get a positive and a negative. Yeah.
Will they attract?
Yeah, right. All right, we'll shoot the positive first because the first frame is always the best frame that you do the whole day. It's always the way. You should never just take one picture and just go home. That's the best way to operate. Okay, so I'm looking through the back, I'm focusing.
Well, Dan's taking forever. There's like 125 of you in that chat,
Old.
60 likes. Hit like. Help this guy out. Come on.
My mom's watching.
I built this darkroom with a broken leg. Let's go. Come on. Hit like.
Seth really is. You're a trooper, Seth. Someday I'll get you some chocolate covered espresso beans. All right.
You can't buy my love anymore. Leave me alone.
Okay, that's positive. I'm positive that one's positive. I know. Well, that's the risk. So let's take a survey. How many people think that that this is a negative on the backside? You're trusting my memory. Let's get a show of hands. Who trusts my memory? Not many. All right, so we won't change it. All right. No, they don't trust me, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it should. We'll make it work. I'm not that worried about it. Sometimes in life, it's not like we're doing a live stream on a channel with lots of
There's
followers.
only one copy of this photo that will ever exist. No.
Beautiful. Okay, that is potentially negative. When we're going to find out. Next time we'll do it now.
I got to say, for 1250 watt seconds of full power, these are recycling ridiculously fast.
So one might end up being a negative. We'll find out. It kind of comes down to my my memory, which, sometimes is good and sometimes not. Questions, thoughts, concerns? Yes, sir.
As far as the processing, how many trays are you using and how many chemicals?
Okay, so processing, how many trays are we using? What kind of chemicals? When you're processing black and white paper, you only need 2 chemicals plus water. You need developer, you need fixer. Developer is developing the transforming the silver into something. It's still John. The fixer is removing all the stuff that wasn't transformed. The water's rinsing it. Stop bath we have in there. We're not using it right now because I had to move the light around and I didn't want to. I think that was possibly having an issue. Stop bath stops the developing process. This paper, it's not as big of a deal. In fact, it says right on it you don't need to use stop bath. Stop bath's nice because if you're doing like especially if you're working with paper, or this is more of a darkroom thing, and it's developing really quickly, because let's say that you overexposed or something, sometimes stop bath is nice to stop it so that it stops the process, but it's not as necessary. Some people treat it as a cleaner. You could also do developer water, fixer water, but 2 is all you need. I have 4, including water. Yes.
I was wondering that the best, like on eBay or something, not like just the camera.
eBay. So I'll let me translate that question. How much could we get a camera like this from the Adorama used department?
Somebody get Angel from the back over there. We'll get an answer for you right
Angel,
now.
get us a
hey,
camera.
Angel, put on your good sport coat. Let's go.
Prices vary.
There's a lot of different style cameras.
Somewhere
too,
in the vicinity of $500 to $1,000, maybe complete, would be a guess for everything. If you look around, you can find way more expensive cameras. You can find cheaper. A lot of it depends on the lens.
Yeah.
The lens is going to be the most expensive part. If you're looking at a view camera for sale, look at that lens. Get the lens you want because the rest of it is extra. I was telling Seth I bought this because the guy selling it, I got a 300 with this, a 300 millimeter as well, which is a portrait lens. That lens was worth more than he was asking for the whole kit. And I was just like, I'll buy it for the lens. And that's how I ended up with this camera.
Yeah, and this is a long rail, like monorail. You
Yeah.
can get a
press
field
camera.
camera that's smaller with less bellow travel. You could also get Graflex cameras that are old press cameras.
Yep.
But if they don't have a lens, you're in for it.
So that's a good question. Or a good point. So there's different types of cameras, and depending on the camera you get, it depends. Like we're not doing hardly anything with this camera except just taking pretty straight pictures because we're talking about the process of creating paper negatives or paper positives, as it would be in this case. This is a long reel, as Seth said, which means I can stretch this thing out. So what does stretching the bellows out do for us? Allows us to focus closer. So this would allow us to effectively do like a macro, if you will, right? Also allows you to use bigger lenses, right? Because you need at least the 300 millimeters to get that infinity. So you can actually extend this rail. This also has full tilts and swings. Like you see lenses called tilt shift. They're supposed to be emulating that. The blends boards can go like this, they can go sideways and weird things. And what that's really for is shooting product photography, shooting architecture, where you can really nail things down. You don't have to focus stack with a 4x5. You can actually line up all that in camera and nail it, right? Because you used to have to do that, right? Because it wasn't digital. If you don't need that, if you're just taking straight pictures, you could get a very simple camera. This one's actually, for a cheap version of it, Cambo's not exactly high end. It's a pretty advanced camera.
So Christian and Jackie from the store want to take each other's portraits.
Christian and Jackie. All right, who's up first? Were you guys paying attention? I like how you sat down first, like you're the prettiest one.
For the record,
He's like, I'm pretty. All right,
and,
it's okay.
and for the record, Jackie said she would help me build the darkroom, and she was nowhere to be found. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
She was
I don't wanna hear it.
working.
Whoa! You are in the wrong house, kid. You're in the wrong. This is
All right.
Gen Z. Thanks. This is what we have now.
All right, as it turns out, I have
called a
exactly
camera,
2
by the
film
way.
backs left. I'm sorry.
No, I can move this.
Is that you? You go. No, you go.
Point and shoot kids want to learn how to shoot.
All right.
Look at this.
This is it. This is the next generation of photographers here. So, well, okay. Oh, do we? Oh man, I'm a fogger.
I think it's coming from that.
Yeah. It's Erica. I think Erica's foggy.
It's foggy.
All right. Also, they're both positive, so clearly my memory's off. So those people who trusted me don't. Okay, so look through here. Can you see him through there? What do you see? Okay, so you gotta take your hand here. This is the focus. So move that back and forth, and you should see them go in and out of focus.
I think the audience is
focus on
better
the
at this
eyes.
than Dan. That's all. It's okay. It's all right.
You see it going in
You guys
and out.
punched out, right?
They're getting talent fees now.
But for real, if you come down to the store, these are the people you're going to see. So get to know them a little
He's in
bit.
focus.
They're going to grow up
All right.
one day, and you're going to wonder where they went.
Then I just moved again.
I'm really sorry.
All right. Remain still. All right. You're in focus. So hold still. I'm going to close down the front. Make sure it's cocked. We're going to come over here. So this is your film. Okay. Pull this down gently. So it's just, oh, not like that. No, they broke it. All you people breaking my camera. Actually, I did it. All right. So pull this down gently like this. And then we're going to push. Okay. Now take this, the front, one in the front, and pull it out. Yep. All right. Now grab this cable release. See a little button on the end? When you press that, that's going to shoot the flash. So look at your subject and engage. Is he engaged?
We found you ready works really well. Like he got good shots out of that.
There you go. When it was ready. Oh, that felt good. All right. And then we're going to put this back in with the black side facing out. So black side like that.
Is that your first 4x5 shot ever?
Oh, look at that.
That was our first 4x5. You give her a
First one.
there you go. Oh, it's not over, kid. It's got to come out.
All right.
So,
So, right, now, so grabbing it here, just pull this back gently and then pull the whole thing out. Yep. And then just grab that. Oh, not by that. Grab the whole thing, pull it out.
what I will say is Daniel did find some of these sheet holders in the $3 bin here.
You got it. Okay.
But we never know when they're going to show up. So you got to come by and check out the
Stand
$3.
by. You can take 2 pictures. All right. So look in, look through again. Okay. So look through again. Make sure that they're still in focus. Sometimes people move. I'm not saying that you moved.
No, he's a good model.
Yeah, you know, they professional model over here, holding still, working it.
He knew this day was coming. Look at him.
Okay, we're gonna
He's
put
got
it-
jewelry
yeah, we're
in.
gonna
He's got the hair
push
back.
that straight down.
Look at this kid. He got more
There
paint
you
on
go.
his clothes. He was like,
Now,
I'm
lift
doing
that
this.
front piece. Oh. Okay, now open that up. Now take the shot. Okay, you're ready. Make sure he's engaging. Oh, that's the look right there. All right, black side out. Well played. Well played.
Good job.
There you go. Now, so here's what we didn't do last time. It was my fault. See how these little locks here? I'm gonna spin that around so it's locked. Now when you lift it out, you shouldn't pull the thing. Nope. That one's already locked on that side. See, this one locks that one locks that one. Now pull it out. You shouldn't have any problem. Yep. Pull, 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 pull. Ah. Oh. Oh, now it's out of focus.
Oh no, that's it. That's it. All the tones are mixed up. That's it. These kids don't know how it. Dan, take a look. It's look at no, it's cracked. Look,
Oh, yeah, look
it's
at
cracked right there.
Oh, man. Oh, that's all right. We'll take that out of your
Had
pen.
one.
All right.
Ah, Jackie. It was really heavy. I got news for you. That is a plastic film holder. That's not even a wooden one. That's not even a wooden one.
All right, you've been demoted to model.
Oh
All right.
boy.
All right, well played. Well
All
played.
right, Jackie.
It's okay. It's not the worst thing that ever happened. Good job. Breaking my camera. It's okay. Okay, can you see through there? Okay, so here's your focus. Right here. Look at me. Right there's your focus. I feel like you've done this before.
I have done.
Oh, you should be teaching this class.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
All right, all right, all right.
This kid was quick to flex. Damn, man. I don't know.
This is my favorite class in college.
This was your favorite class in college? That means you've been to college already?
All right. Don't move.
Someone in the chat says coming out of your paycheck.
All right, we're going to close that.
Right.
We're going to give you some film. So white side, right, towards the camera. So just gently pull this back. Oops, yeah, there you go. And then slide it in from the top of the, you can't get, no, yeah, okay, okay.
It's probably just.
I don't know if we did. I just forgot to unlock.
I fixed it.
How?
And push down till it clicks in. There you go, you're in. Yep, and then, what, did I close the front? No, I can't remember now. Too many things going on in Daniel's head. Don't do anything yet. Well, you can't tell because the thing's in the way.
Just so you know, this is Daniel's daycare
Okay.
service still available
Pull that
for
open.
the rest of the year.
Yep, you can slide it right out. Is it locked? Hold on. No, not the whole thing, sorry.
Oh, just
Yeah. So, yeah, you got it. So you can pull just the front one out, and then that'll open the film up to the rest of the camera. There you go. All right. Do you think she moved? Probably not. She said she wasn't going to move.
Okay, you ready, Jackie? All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, counting. That's advanced. All right. Now with the black side out. Nope. Black side. That way we know it's exposed. Yep. So see, yeah, black side out. So white side towards you. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, now it's safely in there. So now you're gonna, then you can lock it.
right?
So this thing locks it. That should be locked as well. Okay, now lift the whole thing out. But you got to pull this back a little bit like you did before. Just pull it straight out. There we go. Oh, you're confident she hasn't moved, I guess. You don't. You didn't move at all. You did move. She moved. She said she moved. You got to refocus it.
Daniel, these kids don't focus anymore.
I know.
You're in the past, man. That's an old style.
I got it.
Man, I gotta modern you up, Dan.
She got the cat eye autofocus on that
They
thing.
put the black mist filter on. They do all the prisms and stuff. These kids don't care if it's sharp. They care about Labubu
All right.
and
So
stuff.
close that for you.
Labubus and stuff.
All right. There you go.
The Crocs and things, you know.
Nice. Yep.
That's all.
What?
I don't know how old these kids are. They just showed up one day.
Okay. There you go. They just showed up.
This one goes out.
Yeah. You pull it right up. Yep. You got it.
All right. Let's do it. Okay, you ready? All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that felt good. There you go. All right. Slide that dark slide back in.
White towards me.
Yep. White towards you. Yep. Black towards the outside. That way you know which ones you've shot, which ones you haven't. There you go. That's it. This is going to be the most famous picture of you ever made. All right. Well done, guys. They'll be teaching the class next time.
Wait, you're not gonna stick around for your shot?
You got to wait now for them to come out.
I'll be right here.
All right.
All of a sudden they gotta get to work. All right.
All right. All right. That's all time we give them. All right, guys. Thanks. They just can't take a picture and left. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
All right. That's kind of ballic. We don't even care. We're out.
I don't care. It's going to be fine. I can tell.
These kids, they don't care about anything nowadays. You got to work them into shape, Dan.
All right. Any questions before we wrap up? Yes.
with an enlarger. But this processing here is a lot better because you're not using an enlarger. Using the actual.
Okay, so I was asking him if I'm using an enlarger. No, we're not using an enlarger here. So, but, I mean, an enlarger, if you used an actual negative on
Right.
be a negative, right? Then you would use an enlarger and you'd project it on the same kind of paper. But you wouldn't project it on this paper because it's reversal paper, or you'd get a negative shot. You'd do it on regular photo paper.
A lot faster process. You're doing it.
It's a lot faster. Well, if you were using an enlarger, you'd have to shoot film first and then go and process the film and then go to the enlarger and then make the print. Uh-oh.
That means that this was like over that probably.
I think we had a little bit of a fog action going on this time. Apparently, after our fourth dark room, we're starting to get overly confident. Also, I'll admit that I did most of the building this time because Seth's foot was broken. So, maybe if Seth had built the dark room, it would have been better.
So what we think is happening is that there's a light leak happening inside the dark room. So when you see this definitive line right here, what that tells me,
okay. Perfect.
if
Thank
you want to
Eric.
troubleshoot, is that
Well,
this
don't get
print
stuff on
was
your
over
bag.
that in the processing.
Like, way over there.
So that means it's being fogged in the processing, not in the shooting.
More. Can you
right?
have more paper towel?
There's no way you get a definitive line in any way until you got into the darkroom itself. So
Yeah.
that's a good way to start troubleshooting. I also think we haven't seen density on these, which tells me that we've been getting fogging because that would
Yeah.
be black,
Yep.
This is our fault, but whatever. We built a darkroom in the middle of a store. Leave me alone. Yeah, character. Yes, totally. And
Well,
people,
listen, they would have shot that picture with their phone and then spent an hour with apps trying to make it look like that.
they would have just gone into AI. Daniel, it's 2025. They'd been like, oh, ChatGPT, make it look like we got the fogging. They just don't know to be called fogging. That's all.
Well, first I'd ask, what do you call that thing when the photo looks?
Make it look dated.
Make it look like my mom.
It looks like Adorama existed in the Old West or something. Like
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so but as again, you see that the text is reversed because the camera, I don't have even if I had a prism or whatever, that's just what I'm seeing. When we're putting the film in there, it's going in front of the ground glass. So when we're shooting, so by the way, if you're looking at this, and what you have to remember is that, let's say somehow we looked and like there was a bright spot on his head, not from that. That would mean the bottom of the frame as a problem, right? Like a leak, if you were looking at the back itself. Everything's upside down. And backwards.
I was wrong. This line is because she dropped it. She dropped the film holder.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
she caused that line.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jackie,
Oh, Jackie.
what did you do? You see this line? You dropped the film holder, and now we got this line.
Okay.
That's abstract. Okay.
There we go.
Now you know that's a photographer in the making when they can think that fast for an excuse.
That's right. Boom.
That's a photographer in the making. All right. Good job, kid. Let's give a hand over to Jackie. First time forward.
All right, so this was fun. So I'm back. I think so. I think it was fun, right? Every once in a while we'll do this.
We have,
Eric had fun.
we have her shot.
Oh, you don't have the last one?
Oh, I think so, right here, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
You know how many
Yeah,
times,
that's-
I'm not kidding, you working fast, sometimes you shoot a holder that had nothing in it. And your heart goes, what the hell just happened?
Yes, that does happen. That's why you want to make sure that you're maintaining all your holders. If you're shooting film, especially, so you're not developing it right away, you want to make sure you stay organized. Like I was talking about the white side, the black side, keeping things in different spots. That's how, like in my bag, I have them organized in chunks of 4, and I'll pull 4 out and work with them, put 4 back in with rubber bands around them. All this, when you're actually working in the field, is important. We're developing immediately, so we just develop it, right? So if we shot one and walked in there and it was empty, we would just shoot another one, not a big deal. Okay, any questions before we break? Yes. I could get a shot of you, but we're out. Sorry. Next time. Yeah, we shot, that was 21. Yes.
Something earlier about developing with coffee.
Yeah, Caffeinol.
That's like as a developer, like
Google Caffeinol.
okay.
But yes, you take instant coffee and is it like citric acid? Something else, you mix it together and you can develop film or paper in coffee. Yep.
You can also take these, put them in tea, and stain them.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a lot of options.
Yeah.
Just stay away from anything acidic because it'll degrade it over time.
The thing about the coffee when you develop film or paper with it is that it is very flat. because it stains the paper, as Seth was saying. So you get this really, so if I was going to do that, I'd shoot a little more high contrast. That way you can get a, yeah, we've done it with film mostly, but yeah, it was, check it out. If you go to like, if you just like, it was a rage for a while. It was the rage.
Also, one thing you want to keep in mind with stuff like this, since it's fiber, about 10 to 12% darker when it dries. So if you say, oh, it's dead on, you actually want to shoot just a hair lighter because it will actually bring in some detail and some things and drop your shadows down.
Yeah.
So that's like a kind of a fall point people get into once they go to fiber over RC. But fiber has like 8 billion more tones, in my opinion, than
Right. RC paper is like what we
Resin
call
coated.
plastic paper. It's resin coated paper.
that's JPEG. These are raw. I'm just kidding.
But resin coated paper is usually easier to deal with. Doesn't need to be washed as long. Doesn't curl as much. So it depends on what you're doing. For this, I usually use resin. This only comes in fiber, the reversal. But if you're shooting actual paper, I generally use resin coated for that because it's just easier to deal with.
And your best bet is to get screens like from a window and put it between there as it dries, because otherwise it's going to curl so hard that when you try to flatten it back out, it'll crack.
It'll crack, yeah, with fiber, yeah.
Yeah, there's fiber-based dryers that are literally a hot drum that you put onto a canvas belt. Good luck with that. You know, I've repaired mine like 7 times. I'm good with it. You know.
Oh my God, I forgot about this. All right.
Oh, God. Wait, we got 2 more frames. 2 more frames. We
wait.
got it. You know.
Okay, well, we're holding on. Yes, questions.
I do. Could you pull this set off with lower powered lights? Would you just need like a higher ISO paper, or would you be switching to film with that?
Okay, so the question is about, can you pull it off with low power lights? Would you use different paper, film, whatever? Well, most paper is only going to give you between 2 and 6, maybe 10 ISOs. So you're still looking at tremendously low power. One of the reasons why I shot this way is the last time we did it, we used a single light, and I think it was a 500, right? And we used a really focused light, or 750. And the problem is the paper is so high contrast, I felt it didn't look the way I wanted it. So I'm using 2 stops of diffusion, right? Which is one of the reasons why. So yes, if you don't modify the light, you could certainly use lower powered lights. You could do multiple exposures. But in the end, you shoot film if you really need fast, because paper's not going to be fast, unfortunately, yeah.
But the multiple exposures you do with still lives.
Yeah, still
Because
life, yeah, of
after a
course.
while, micro movement on your subject will show up, and it will just be like,
Yeah.
Unless you want that. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like the eerie weirdness.
Yeah, you can do it. So like we've done multi-pop like for fun here with people moving around. But like when you're shooting still life, you can actually like fire your strobe multiple times to get a brighter exposure.
Yeah. And you know, and make sure you're using a lens that can go wider than you would need. You know, so.
Anything?
What?
Did the last one's come out?
Yeah,
She's still in there. Oh, she's
Russia,
working.
would you stop with the road? You
Oh, I
always
thought I saw her come out.
She's working, man.
Oh, yes.
I don't really understand what's the point
That's not
of
too
ever
bad.
using negative paper. If like you're getting this one of a kind friends, why would you want to?
So why would you use negative instead of the positive paper? 2 major reasons. The first, which is the most obvious to me, which is it's way cheaper. Like like 10 sheets of negative paper will get you 40 shots on this, because 8x10 negative paper, and that's going to cost you like half what this box of 25 did. That's one reason. The other reason would be if you're going to reproduce it. A lot of times people will shoot paper negatives and then they will put another sheet on top of it and make a reproduction. So if you're going to do that a bunch of times and not digitally, then it's harder to reproduce a positive. You'd have to reproduce on positive paper, which would again make your price higher. Does that make sense? We'll have to do that next time. We talked about that, showing how you'd make a reproduction.
Oh no, I said we should do that.
Yeah.
I've been waiting this whole time to say, I hope you kids are proud of yourselves. I hope you kids, not bad.
That came out good, right?
Good tone on her.
Oh, look at that, guys.
Don't get an ego. Don't. I'm gonna. Now next week, you guys are doing full demos, full lighting demos.
Yeah. We'll get
Yeah. Oh.
Listen, that's how this all started. So we'll get you in here.
Yo, we can retire now.
I can retire.
Get out of here.
Give it to us. We got it.
Not bad, but this is someone's first time shooting 405, and they got 2 full prints out of it, right? Yes, it was set up, but once you're in it, you can go and keep going and do it.
Yeah. All right. Well done, guys. Thank you so much. I'm back September 11th we're going to do a portrait demo. Back to digital. I know. No, I'm back on the 28th for a portrait demo. Is it only the middle of August? Okay, I'm back on the 28th for a portrait. Luckily, Teresa's here. We're gonna shoot portraits, probably using ProPhoto lights. Eric's back there. Although he didn't bring me a mug, so what's up with that? If you want Eric to bring me a mug next time, put it in the chat. You get no mugs if I don't get a mug.
I drink it right-handed, man. Come on.
Yeah, why do they do that?
Why are Pro Photo mugs twice the price but only one-sided? What is this? What is happening here? Why am I? I am not bought and paid for by Pro Photo at all.
What else is coming up?
If you're in New York, Wedding Workshop, August 21st. If you're in this chat and you want to go to it and you can make it here to New York, Daniel 30 is the code to give you $30 off the tickets. That's in the chat. Other than that, I'm live every Monday doing whatever you ask me. That's my demo. So that we're on episode 24 of that. If you have, it's basically asking anything like a physical demo. Although I don't know if I'm going to do it anymore until I can get a walking leg that works. And I think Call for the Creators comes back on Wednesday with Pontus, who's an amazing press photographer. And we are stacked till October with guests for Call for Creators on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. right here on this channel. Daniel Norton, I'm going to put you back in the closet where I found you. And then I guess, yeah, but thank you everybody for coming out. Erica, Nikki, let's give a big round of applause for Nikki. Where's she? Over there. And if you're new here, hit subscribe. Check out the Adorama Events channel. Check out the blog, which Daniel is the editor of now. It's crazy. He learned how to read. It's amazing. And we will see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much. Be good to each other. Later, guys.